there is a very interesting instance in Srila Prabhupada's life. Srila Prabhupada, we are all familiar that how he came in the lineage of parampara of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he took Krishna consciousness all over the world. And it was already predicted during Chaitanya's time, Prithvite achayato nagaradi gram sarvatra prachar hoibe moranam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's message and his holy name and the holy name of Krishna, this message will be spread all over the world. But still somehow people were thinking, no, Prithvite means, it only means Bengal, Orissa, and maybe India. And so they were not taking it seriously. But there were great devotees like Bhaktivedanta Thakur. They said, no, this knowledge will go all over the world. That was their conviction. And Bhaktivedanta Thakur even predicted, very soon there will be a devotee who will take this message all over the world. Very soon there will be a time when devotees from Europe, the devotees from America, from Germany, they will come and join the devotees from India, and they will together play Mridanga, Kartal, and they will say, Jai Sachinandana. Bhaktivedanta Thakur had predicted that. And we know Srila Prabhupada was that great devotee who came to fulfill these prophecies of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Bhaktivedanta Thakur. So, when Srila Prabhupada was conducting his missionary activities, very unfortunate, some of his god brothers created a lot of hurdles. Very sad. It happened. So once a devotee wrote to Prabhupada, and that devotee said, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, so many of my god brothers, they are doing this to me, and I am very depressed about it. He was a temple president. So the devotee wrote like that to Prabhupada. So Prabhupada replied, you should not be discouraged. My god brothers gave me only depression, repression, compression. But I was never discouraged. I was always steadfast, continued my duty in Krishna consciousness. So there were many instances, and some of the god brothers would speak very lightly of Srila Prabhupada to some of Prabhupada's disciples. It was very inappropriate of them to do that. But it was a fact, and Prabhupada had to handle such things. Because they were all Westerners. And they were all, we are talking about Prabhupada's, during Prabhupada's lifetime, before 1970s, they were all young devotees. 5 years, 6 years, oldest would have been 10 years, because Prabhupada initiated from 66 to 77, 11 years. They were all young devotees, disciples. And to them to speak like that and relativize and minimize the spiritual master is a great offense. So once, one criticism some god brother of Prabhupada made to one of the Prabhupada disciples, said, actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't want this knowledge to go all over the world. How can it be? If he wanted, he would have done it himself. Why he didn't do? He is God. He is Krishna. And so, some devotees had heard that one, and those days devotees must have discussed. And then the matter was brought to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada was on a morning walk in Nellore. Prabhupada had come to Nellore in Andhra Pradesh. Somebody was giving him land, and they had promised that temple can be built. So Prabhupada visited that place. So on a morning, he was going on a morning walk, and one devotee Prabhupada's disciple told Srila Prabhupada, some god brothers of yours are criticizing that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't want this to go all over the world. If he wanted, he would have gone himself. Prabhupada was disturbed about that when he heard such things. But he said, he stopped walking, put his cane down, and he very emphatically said, yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't do it because he wanted me to do it, and he wanted me to get that credit for taking his message all over the world. So that is actually the position of Srila Prabhupada. It's a fact, isn't it? He's God. He could have done anything. He could have done himself. But he didn't do it himself. He waited. No, let my devotee is there. I know. I've already marked him. He will come. And let him take this knowledge all over. Let him become glorified. I want him to be glorified. This is Krishna's mind. Devotee's mind is, I want to glorify Krishna. And Krishna's mind is, I want to glorify devotees. This is actually the position of Srila Prabhupada. Even Krishna thinks that I must glorify Srila Prabhupada. That is the great pure devotee Srila Prabhupada is. Not an ordinary thing. Such pure devotees are very rare. To come in touch with such pure devotees, to hear from him, to be saved by him, to serve his mission, it's not a small opportunity.